What's up, fam? How are y'all doing? I'm positive vibing it today. Woo. It is December 18th. 18th. Okay, let me tell you where Vibe Bottle is at. Now, for those of you who don't know, we did a Kickstarter and uh, we sold 350-ish of my new bottles, my spirit animal bottles, which I'm going to show you here in a second. Now, we had a few different packages, and I have a cool little list here that tells me what every single bottle needs, and I'm working on getting all of the components together. So number one component is the bottle, and of course the decal on the side of the bottle, not the graphic. The graphic is ceramic fired. What I'm talking about is this guy. So these come in. We have to inspect every single one. Let's get some good lighting here. So, hello, Mr. Butterfly, air sign. So every single one has to be inspected for misprints or bubbles in the glass, stuff like that. So once it passes the inspection, aka QC or quality control, it gets our decal, and that's when it really becomes a vibe bottle. Is when it gets that hollow, that rainbow graphic on the side. All right. So component number two is the sleeve. So every single one of these sleeves, which we were going to send out, we had to decorate ourselves. Meaning we had to vinyl cut each and every single graphic, every single one, and we had to weed every single one. And here are like 180 of these heat transfers ready to go. I got bags of the blanks, and of course boxes of them done. This was no joke because the heat transfer would cook the decal onto the sleeve, but it would melt the other parts of the sleeve. So I had to figure out ways to like put an insert in to like insulate this part, but add pressure here and make sure that the seam from it didn't come through the graphic. It was a whole 3-day process. Once I figured that out, I busted out like 175 in a couple hours. No sweat. Okay, so then the next component is, the animal card. So I didn't want to just like do some generic copy paste explanation of a spirit animal from like the internet or something like that. I seriously meditated. I went through my own like process of like what it means to me. What does the phoenix mean to me? What does a butterfly mean to me? What does a wolf mean to me? What are the characteristics of these animals? How do those characteristics relate to human condition? Things like that. And of course, as you may know, I created all of the sacred geometry animals. So I basically took sacred geometry and took it apart and put it back together and made it into this. Which, by the way, sacred means unchanged. So as soon as you change it like this, it's just geometry. So that's okay. It started off as sacred geometry. Now it's a geometric spirit animal. Transformers. I'm gonna get sued. Anyways, I'm pretty sure that's taken. Not only that, but I coordinated each of the animals with an element. So fire, earth, air, water, and of course, and I'm working on the water one. And then of course, each one has a platonic solid. This is the tetrahedron. So I designed all of these cards and I authored all of these cards. And it talks about the project on the back and about the importance of the spirit animal. Boom. Next, the certificate of authenticity. Now you're going to have two different certificates. Some are literally numbered, and the bottles, because these are a higher quality glass, these actually take nearly an hour to etch. I was going to laser etch them, but the laser etch guy is booked until January. So we decided to make a decal as a stencil and acid etch every single one by hand. Now, luckily, out of the 350 bottles, there's only about 75 that are going to be this limited special edition. And this limited edition will have the same number on it as it will on the bottle. Isn't that amazing? And I'm even taking the name from the Kickstarter and putting it on who it's issued to. This one is issued to Tracy Campbell. Next, what else do we have? There's extra. So for some of you, you qualified for, say, an extra Kula jar or a Flower of Life jar, or you added the care kit, which are brushes and wipes and tablets. So those are in the garage, and those will be taken here and put into basically an assembly line so we can actually build everything out. Also, I converted that card into these cool little scrolls. So I decided to I chose instead of doing like a instead of doing like a hard card, I decided to do a really high quality parchment paper. And then Jeanette was kind enough to lend me her idea of putting this cool hollow seal sticker on it, which if you would focus, okay. So that's going to go in the bottle. So when you open up your bottle, you're actually going to take the top off and you're going to take the scroll out. Message in a bottle. And then every single one of these, once they go through all those processes, will be put in a box. Now this person was nice enough to purchase something from our Shopify at vibebottle.com, and it's going out with her Kickstarter order. So thought I'd save a little bit on shipping and time. Every single one has to be boxed up properly so it doesn't break. Every single one gets a packing slip and a shipping label. So basically 8 components. As far as fulfillment goes, I know we can get all the bottles out by Christmas, but I don't think we're going to get all the bottles to you by Christmas. There were delays in shipping. There were obviously some problems in production, which we fixed and overcame. And all the things that we were going to outsource, we're now doing in-house by hand. And as much as I'm kind of upset about the timeline, as far as being the person that designed all of this and seeing every single component come into fruition by my own hand, and I can monitor all the quality and make sure that everything is perfect as it goes out, that part I'm actually happy about. I wish I was doing this like a month ago. However, we had some delays. So thank you for being patient. Thank you for watching. We will be producing some graphics and that we're going to put out on the email list for the Kickstarter that you can print off, and it will be a photo of every single package, and you'll be able to print it off and give it to your loved one if this is something that you got for them for Christmas. And I will be throwing in some extras. As you can tell, so Soulworks is our sister company. As you can tell, we've been stockpiling my other crew. I haven't had time to really run Soulworks, but my crew has been creating graphics for like 4 months and all these decals. And so we'll have a couple extra. We'll be able to throw some in the mail for you guys. So anyway, love y'all, and I'll see you soon.